Happy Wednesday, everybody. You know what time it is. It's time to bring in our friends at the Children's Museum of the Lowcountry. Karen Coltrane, President and CEO. She is here with me today. It's a big week here in the Lowcountry.
It's a big week in the Lowcountry. It's kind of the unofficial kickoff to spring, and you know that's happening because SeaWhe's here.
Yep, SeaWhe is in town. You can just feel all the nature and the wildlife getting together.
Yeah, you can, and the celebration of it, which is, I think, amazing. And it's actually great for kids. So checked in on that a little bit. I know, because it's great for the family. I mean, Birds of Prey, very intriguing. Yes. My high school mascot was a falcon, so I'm already, you know, I was always kind of attuned to Birds of Prey. They're sort of cool. But, you know, snakes, perennially interesting to kids. Sheep and duck herding, which I'm very excited about, and fly fishing, and even Jeff Corwin is doing a show, which is kind of a big deal. Yeah. He's Disney Animal Channel, so I think there's a lot there for the kids. So if you haven't been, check it out and think about hitting that place.
What advice would you give to parents? Like, how do they navigate a big festival like this and figure out what's best for their child?
Well, that is so funny you say that, because that's my parent tip. So let me.
We'll get to that.
Well, or I can jump to it, whatever you want to do. But so SeaWhe, definitely check it out, see if it's something you can do. If you're ready for something different, I did find something unique and physical and fun. This is for the little bit older child, but if your child has an interest in Frisbee, Wanamaker County Park on Saturday from 10 to 12 is holding a Kids on the Go disc golf. Ooh. And I think that's a pretty fun thing to do, and it doesn't require any special skills. They're going to work on fundamentals. So if you have a child that's interested in Frisbee, you want to get them into something, a sport that's a little bit different, I wanted to kind of raise that profile for that, for the Charleston County Parks that are putting that on.
Disc golf is also huge right now, especially in the Park Circle area in North Charleston.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
It's a great skill to have.
Yeah. So I think you know, it serves you well when you get on a college campus when you
true.
go to school, because that's a great thing to do.
It really does. Yeah.
Yeah, and I love seeing that down by the museum out in Marion Square. You'll see college students get out there. So if you want to have your kids get a little bit of skill around that, check that piece out.
Perfect.
Then it's President's Day weekend, so I'm actually going to talk about the museum for a second. I think we talked about this before, but we switched our schedule because there's all these Monday holidays, and a lot of times we used to be closed on Mondays. We've changed that. During the school year, we're closed on Tuesdays. We like to close one day during the school year for field trips, so we can schedule the big groups that want to come in exclusively. So Mondays we are open every Monday, and this Monday, no exception, President's Day. So if you've had the kids at home for 3 days and you're getting ready to be 3 days and you want something out, and I didn't know if you knew this, I checked into this and I didn't know. President's Day started in the 1870s. This is a really old holiday. Yeah. And it started as a celebration of George Washington's birthday, which we all know. And then, of course, Lincoln's birthday is 10 days before. So it kind of evolved, apparently, into a celebration of all of our presidents. Yeah. So it's a great day. And we love birthdays at the Children's Museum. We kind of do that. That's our thing. So we said, you know what, we're going to do birthday cake for everybody to celebrate the president's birthday. So free birthday cake with admission, come on down, and lots of President's Day activities, reading about presidents in fun ways with the kids. And I understand my team has put together a pet election. So they even get the whole voting thing going on. And it's fun because we are actually working with the League of Women Voters on a project out at our Rosenwald facility we're thinking about. So anyway, it's, you know, we want to get kids focused on those civic issues, and so that's a fun day on Monday.
Definitely.
But to your question earlier about what do you do, because SeaWhe expects 40,000 visitors. A busy children's museum day for us is maybe 1,000, 1,500 would blow us out, but it's still a lot of people. I remember the first time I walked into Disney World with my then 2-year-old son, and I had this panic because I'd never been there as a mother. I'd been there as a kid and, you know, grown up and not a mother, and I was like, oh, Big crowd, what do I do? So I know that's a fear. I lost my son twice, once in a grocery store and once in a place that I thought was closed and there was a back to it. And once I realized that, yeah, it's a terrible feeling. It's terrorizing. And so I always hope to avoid that for any parent. So having these sort of thoughts about what you can do in advance, I think is helpful. So I wanted to share a few tips I've seen, because moms and kids and dads and kids get a little separated sometimes at the Children's Museum. We've always get them back together, and we get them back together quickly. We call it lost parents there. Kids are never lost at the Children's Museum. Parents may be trying to figure out what to do. But one mom was so clever. She said, whenever I go to a place like this, I put all the kids in fluorescent t-shirts. So the bright yellow, the bright green, something that stands out, she can see them. The other tip I thought was really interesting is some parents snap pictures of their kids as they're rolling out the door.
Yep,
So have you seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that way they know what they have on, because you know that in the panic mind you will forget those things. But you can also show it to somebody, a staff member at a festival or at a museum or an attraction, and they will go, okay, that I see. I'll look for that clothing on that child. The other thing I wanted to highlight is teach your young child your name, because we find a lot of little people who come up and we go, what's your mommy's name? And we could call across the intercom, but a lot of times they'll go, Mom. Yep. And so mom across the intercom is not going to get it done. So that's a small thing, but something you don't think about, you know, to do that. So at any rate, bright shirts, a daily picture, teaching your child that. And the other tip that I want to say, I thought this was very clever. A mom taught her children to find another mom when they get lost, because she felt like that would be the safest way. A mom is not going to let that child get out of her sight until she gets it back to its mother, his or her mother. So that's the, you know, what I can offer is some things just to think about before you hit a big crowd.
I think that's very smart. All good tips we should keep in our pocket.
Wish I'd known them when I had a toddler.
And it's scary too. I remember getting lost in like Target growing up, you know.
It's not good for anybody. I mean, it's a big hit of cortisol that nobody needs in their lives. And like I said, at the Children's Museum, we deal with it probably, you know, maybe once on a weekend. We have a little secret code that we can call out, and the whole staff rolls out from whatever they're doing. They drop what they do, and we come out, we have a description, and we start the looking process. And it normally takes us less than a minute. But my heart always breaks for that parent in that minute.
I know. Karen, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy CUE weekend too.
Thank you. You too. I'll see you out there.
See you out there too. It'll be good.